on Friday, and I've really been pondering the Bibi question and the Israel question because, I'm a softie, and so some of the Bibi stuff, so the Israel's prosecution of the war has at times made me very uncomfortable, ranging towards upset. On the other hand, though, they were responding to this just heinous, horrific attack, and what we have seen from the fact that Israel's military and Bibi have been unwilling to kind of respond to pressure from the globe because they've resisted that pressure. They just objectively, they've successfully weakened these very serious threats around the region. So I wonder, just from a military perspective, kind of how you assess the way that Israel has prosecuted the war over the last year.
Yeah, boy, that's a great question. And there's been a couple of folks that see it from the stand. If you've never been to Israel, you don't understand it. I was in Israel in 2012 with my counterpart there, near the place where the concert occurred, where the Gazan division was. And we were just standing around talking on the outside, and suddenly a couple of rockets started coming in. This was in 2012. And he said, this is a typical experience. When you have the kind of terrorist threats they do, and when you have the terrorists doing things that Hamas and Hezbollah have done, specifically, the create the victims doctrine, as they call it, in 2014, where everything that Israel does, we will call it the worst thing possible and take film of it and get it out on the world stage. And at the same time, they're building literally hundreds of miles of tunnels underneath Palestinian citizens and wanting those citizens to be killed to put more blame on Israel. Yeah, you can understand both sides of the story. Israel has executed the war, in my view, very well. There's been a lot of horrendous casualties and killings, but they had no other choice because they had a major terrorist organization 3 miles from their citizens. They had to do so. We would do the same, I think. And Katie bar the door, if someone, as far away as New Jersey started attacking Manhattan Island, we would go in and bomb New Jersey to smithereens. So from a military perspective, they executed the war the best way they could. It's the political perspective that why did it get to this point? What caused them to come to the conclusion of no intelligence, lack of interaction with the Palestinian people, doing the kinds of things they were doing on the West Bank and in Gaza to really subjugate those Palestinians? That all contributes, and you've got to account for that as well.